What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the episode. Dylan's out here with me today. We have a goal, and that is to catch some monster bluegill. There's actually a pond in my girlfriend's neighborhood to where I've seen them a couple of times. I've caught one or two here and there, but I actually want to try to dedicate this whole entire day, well, like 30 minutes, to try to see if we can catch a couple. We have two ultralights, two super small hooks. We're going to use them bread today. Last time I caught these bluegill, they were actually hiding underneath trees, but there's a nice little dock over here where I have permission to go, so I kind of want to check out what's hiding underneath there, and it could be some massive bluegill. They're super aggressive. We'll get into why I love these fish so much, but let's go see if we can catch some. Alright guys, so we just made it to the dock. If y'all can see it right here, it's a nice little dock. Thankful I can fish here because I think actually a lot of fish will hold up at these little pilings right here and throw shade out for the bluegill and the bass. I'm pretty sure there's carp, bluegill, bass, and I have seen some little baby crappie in here. Like I said, the whole goal today is try to see how many massive bluegill we can catch. I've seen some with like these bright orange bellies. They have some pretty cool humps on their head. Dylan and I are just going to take turns catching them because I want you guys to really see how these bluegill look. We have a perfect lighting right here, so I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let's get to fishing. So if you don't know, bluegill are so aggressive. I actually think sometimes they're more aggressive than bass. That's why they actually grow to a pretty good size for how big they can get. How you can attract a lot of bluegill is really just taking any kind of bread, doesn't matter, and just throwing it out into the water. We're going to try to see how many we can get in this one area. So I'm really just going to take this one piece, break it up into little chunks. You can actually break it up a little bit too, let it sink down to the bottom. I already see some coming up here shortly. We should have some pretty big bluegill. You can see right there, there's actually a couple making some way. I can see them all. There's a pretty good size, man. They're not all going to be giants, but I have seen some pretty big ones in here, so hopefully we can just kind of fight through the small ones and hopefully land a giant. Gear, y'all, just get you a little ultralight. It's actually fun letting these fish fight, so don't have something too heavy. For line, I'm using 4-pound test today, and I actually want to talk really quick about these hooks. It actually makes it a lot easier for yourself if you have these. Bluegill sometimes swallow the hooks. If you have a shank that's a little bit taller, if it does go in his throat, I still have a little bit of wiggle room with my hands to try to pull it out. So I love using these size hooks right here. All you have to do is just put you on a little piece of bread. These fish are super aggressive. Now all we have to do is cast out. There's one right there. That's a pretty good one. Oh, and he's off. We're seeing some pretty big ones down here. I really want to try to see if we can target one. Trying a different oh, there he is. Get up here. That's a good size one, dude. This one's a little bit paler. They normally get a little bit darker. And there's some in here, like I said, that have like an orange belly. So I really want to try to see if we can catch one of those. An example, I told you how these bluegill sometimes will choke the hook, and it's actually in his throat right now. Having that longer shanked hook, I can rotate it out. And there's a beautiful bluegill right there. We're gonna get a release on him. Let's get some more. All right, y'all, Dylan's gonna get a whack at it. Let's see what he can get. We're sitting here, like I said, there is grass carp in here. So a little piece of bread just kind of floated off from the wind and is actually floating out there in the water, and a big wake just came up and tried to eat it. So I think it's a carp. We have one out there right now. We're gonna see, it could just be a massive bluegill, but it's waking off like it's maybe just a good sized carp. So let's see what happens. I rigged this up for carps. Literally just take a corner of the bread, pinch both sides, slide the hook in. You squeeze the back where the hook actually sits in place, and you have this little piece right here that still has a lot of air in it. That's what makes it float. Hopefully a carp will come by. There he is.
So this bluegill here is a lot smaller than Peter's, but this one actually is like white. It's like white and blue on the belly. It's a really pretty fish. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water.
That's a good one right there. Just got it. Well, that's a different color one. Oh, this one's orange belly. Look how fat he is, dude. All right, y'all, this fish right here is so pretty. This is the biggest bluegill of the day so far. This is what I was talking about, having a lot of orange in the belly. It has to be at least 8 inches maybe. I want to show y'all how fat she is. Look at the gut on that fish. Extremely healthy. Let's throw it back in the water. Bite is so good right now. We have a ton of bluegill right in front of us. We're going to see if we can try to double up. So Dylan just reeled in the carp rod. We're both going to bait up. Let's see if we can catch 2 at a time. See if we can catch 2. I'm already bit. I got one. It's a strong one, dude. Look at the size of him.
I got one.
Dylan's got him. Double, dude. Look at the size of this one. This one has like a peach belly. We'll give y'all a closer look.
Mine's yellow. All
right, y'all. That is my bluegill right there. These are all slabs. The heads on them are so thick. Beautiful teal right here, and then she kind of goes back to a couple more little brown spots. It is a beautiful fish. Let's show Dylan's.
Here's my bluegill. It's a little bit paler than Peter's, but it's still a slab of around the same size. Let's go ahead and get them both back in the water.
Throw them back. Bite, there he is. This That's a strong one, dude. Look at the size of that one. Big old orange belly. So far, that is the prettiest one yet, y'all. He's got a bright orange belly and he's got a lot of purple in him. A super pretty fish. He's got a lot of purple in him too. Big old long-eared. Throw him back. And he's gone.
Oh my god.
What is that? That's a carp. That's a carp, dude.
I got him.
Dylan's got a carp. Dude, it bit right there.
I can't believe that.
He's gonna, Dylan, loosen your drag. He's gonna take off 100 miles an hour, dude. 4-pound test, man. Just let him fight. Y'all, I've never had that happen before. Normally I have to chum super far for these carp to bite. And that dude literally smacked it right where these bluegill are biting right now. It's a good size one too, man. Not giving up. Coming in, he's right here. He's gonna take another run for it. Told you he won't done. He won't done, dude.
Shakes, dude, they're insane.
I told y'all we had a carp in the area, but I had never caught one, like I said, that close to the bank. He was out there, and I don't know why, but he was hungry, and he came in to eat this bread. We gotta try to land these fish. Like I said, we have 4-pound test. Carp, as soon as they get to the bank, they make massive runs and go right back out into the middle, like he's about to do now. There he goes. So I don't know how we're gonna land this fish, trying to grab him without a net. He might break the line, but we're gonna try our best to get this fish in. How's the fight, Dylan?
It's awesome, dude. Every time he gets to the bank, it just restarts. I'm actually getting tired. My arm's getting pretty tired.
Watch him go, y'all.
Ready? He's gonna take off again. I'm gonna get the head out of the water, and then he's gonna go.
As soon as he gets up to the surface, he's gonna take off. There he goes. They're the strongest fish, y'all. That and catfish, I think, are the hardest freshwater fighting fish out there. We're gonna attempt to grab this carp. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna go. These fish do not give up. He's not gonna be the happiest at the bank at all. We're gonna be here for a while.
Time check, it's currently 5:28. See how long it takes to land them.
It's a 12-pound fish all day. You got it. I don't know why I got down here because we're not going to bring him in anytime soon. Quick story, just because it's probably going to happen now. Last time I caught a big carp, guys, I did not have a net. I got him right to the bank because of the force of his body. He broke the line right at the bank, and I had to dive in and grab this fish. So hopefully we'll get him just to calm down. I might be able to try to land him right here, but it's shallow, and these fish do not like that. So come on, buddy. Come on in. Come on. Really, dude? He just soaked me, man. He's got to turn and get me again. I called it. I literally called that one. You got a net?
6.5 hours later.
Don't do it. He's going to flip out. I'm tired of getting soaked.
I wish we could take this handle off and switch sides so I could switch arms.
Come on. Don't flip out. He's going to do it. Calm down. Don't you do it.
Come on, man.
Don't you do it. Dude, I'm soaked. I'm like dripping. Y'all, look at my pants, dude. I had a chance, y'all, to actually grab the fish and throw them up on the bank, but these carp, they're so fragile. I don't want to kill the fish and wind up knocking off one of his scales, so I didn't have an option but to try to hold him, and that was the wrong decision because I'm soaking wet and we still haven't landed this fish.
Day 2.
Come on, don't you do it. You're not getting me again, and he still did. Come on, come on. Come on, and she's up.
All right, y'all. We were going after our last few bluegill down here, and I threw in a small little clump of bread, and up came this giant carp. We were not expecting this at all. Oh, don't do it. We know they're in here. We didn't think there was any in the area we were casting, but sure enough, here she is. And actually, this beats my PB.
Oh yeah, it's a 15-pound carp. She's not fat, but she is super long.
Super unexpected, but look at that. I can't explain how excited I am. I don't show it, but I'm exhausted, that's why. But I am so happy to be holding this fish right now, especially because we were bluegill fishing and this happened. This happened. My PB carp happened.
So unexpected, man.
Let's get a few pictures really quick and get this beast back in the water so she swims off nice and healthy. All right, y'all, we're gonna start walking her back. Let's get this beast back in the water. Rest her on my knee so she doesn't hit these rocks on the way out.
Go strong.
Gently lower her in. And she's gone. That is what I love to see. Let's go, man.
Because today was such an amazing day of fishing, anytime I have extra bread, I always throw it to the fish just because they helped me film the video today and they let us catch them, which is just amazing. I always like to treat these fish right. The reason why they're so big is because I do like to feed them a lot, so let's just give them what they want. Make them more healthier. let them have a nice dinner. All right, y'all, that was the most unexpected catch I've ever had in my life. The fact that carp, they are the most skittish fish. Only time I can catch these carp in this pond is if I chum probably 4 bags of bread all the way out in the middle, and I have to, like, you don't understand the process to catch those carp. They're super smart in here. That guy, I thought we saw a carp out there, so I guess I was right. He was out there, but he wound up coming all the way into the bluegill and was trying to pick at the little balls we were feeding, and he ate a piece of bread so small. It's a piece of bread that a carp wouldn't even, a size bait that a carp wouldn't even really want to eat, but that guy took it. That was Dylan's new PB. How's it feel, man?
It was awesome. It's very humbling for sure. We were trying to keep time of how long it was fighting. It had to have been at least like a 7 to 8 minute fight. Yeah. I mean, I am tired, my arm is beat. I even made a joke in the middle of the fight. I wanted to switch the handle on the other side of the reel to give my right arm a break, but I loved it. It was awesome. It was such a great unexpected catch.
I'm shaking holding the camera because like, it's such a rare moment, guys, to have that happen. We were just sight fishing big bluegill and up comes Dylan's new PB carp. What a day. We're gonna wrap it up right here, guys. If y'all enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed watching us catch these giant bluegill and these carp, I guess we might try to come back here, man, and just dedicate a whole day to catch some more carp. If y'all want to see that, leave a comment down below. I really appreciate it, guys. Lippin Bass TV.